about alligators versus crocodiles. So how are they different from each other? So to get started, let's talk about Allie the alligator. So Allie the alligator is going to help me explain the different parts of an alligator today. So we'll start with the ISO. So the ISOs are little dots on their faces that help them sense the change in pressure, and also when there's an animal nearby in the water, it helps them detect the size of the animal, the way they move, and where they're at. So they have them all over their face. So here's a little picture, a little close-up on what they look like. So they're just little dots on their scales. Okay, moving on, we have their osteoderms and scutes. So the scutes are little bony plates on the alligator's back. So adult alligators have black scutes, so that way it helps them camouflage in the mud, so they can hide in the mud. And then young adults like Allie the alligator has yellow scutes, so yellow bands. So they're once they're about 2 years old, they start to grow and get black and a deeper color, so that way they can also camouflage. Next, we have their tail. So their tails are really long and they help them steer once they're going and swimming in the water. So it helps them move. They also have muscles in their tails that they can use to push them 5 feet out of the water. And then also, their tails are different sizes and they store fat in their tails. So the bigger the tail, the wider the tail, the healthier they are. Alright, next we have their feet. So alligators have 4 short feet. So they have 2 different kinds. So they have their back legs and their front. So their front legs are super cool because they have 5 toes. Okay, so it helps them do some walking, maybe do some different kind of things with them, clawing. And then we have their back feet, and their back feet are webbed, so they only have 4 toes. So the back feet act like paddles and help them swim really well. Alright, next we have their teeth. So a really cool thing about their teeth is that they have 70 to 80 teeth, and we as humans have an average about 32 teeth, so pretty cool. Also super interesting, when their teeth fall out, if a tooth falls out, it grows back, so they can have up to 2,000 and 3,000 teeth in their entire lifetime, so pretty crazy. Alright, so their teeth help them eat things like salamanders, frogs, toads, and newts, so little animals. Okay? Next we have their snout. So their snouts are long and broad. And then they also have nostrils that turn upwards. So that way when they're down in the water and their face in the water, they can still breathe. So pretty cool. Alright, so now we're going to get into how an alligator is different from a crocodile. So pretty interesting things to look at. So first one, we're going to look at their snout shape. So as I said, alligators have long, broad snouts, okay? So do crocodiles, but something super, super different about them is that they have different shaped snouts, okay? So if you see this top snout, this one is our alligator. So alligators have kind of like a U-shaped snout, whereas crocodiles have that pointy snout, so like a V shape. Okay, so we have alligators have a U shape, and crocodiles have a V shape. Okay, so that's a big difference between crocodiles and alligators. So next, we are going to look at their teeth. Okay, so their teeth is pretty different as well. Okay, so alligators, since they have those large U-shaped snouts, they have enough room where their teeth can their top teeth just shows. Okay, so if you do this with me, just bring your hand, and it's just the top. Okay, so put your bottom hand in a fist, and your top in just like teeth, sharp teeth. Okay, so that's our alligators. So you only see the top teeth when their mouth is closed. Next, we have our crocodiles. So our crocodiles have more of that narrow shape, so they have their teeth all jagged. So just interlace your fingers, okay, because we're going to see both the top and the bottom teeth when they close their mouth. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, so kind of jagged. Alright, so here's a picture. So on the top we have our alligator, and you can see the top teeth are the only teeth that are showing, whereas the crocodile has both the top and the bottom teeth showing. So pretty cool. Alright, next we're going to look at where crocodiles and alligators live. Okay, so we have our alligators only live in fresh or in a mix of sea and river water, whereas crocodiles only live in salt water. So alligators are most common here in the southern U.S., so they live in places like Louisiana and Florida, whereas crocodiles live on all different parts of the world where there's mostly salt water. Alright, so now we're going to move into our alligator craft, so I'll see you in just a sec. Alright, so we're going to get started on our alligator craft. So we want to have a finished product look like this. Okay, so our alligator. So our materials that we're going to need is a piece of paper, just so that way we can have it as our workspace, a popsicle stick. I grabbed two kinds of green, but you can pick any green color that we're going to use today. A black marker, a piece of note card paper or some sort of white paper, scissors. So you can use regular scissors or craft scissors, and we're going to make teeth with these. And then we need two pieces of pipe cleaner. I'm going to use green, but you can use any color that you want. You can either draw the eyes on our alligator, or you can use little googly eyes. So I'm going to use these green ones. And then we're going to be using glue as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to take my green, take this green, and we're going to start coloring our popsicle stick. So now we're going to draw you can draw your eyes and your nostrils at this point, but I'm just going to draw the nostrils. So they're kind of like a J and then a backwards J. Right? And then now, since I'm going to wait for my googly eyes, I'm just going to take a piece of paper and I'm just going to cut some strips. Okay, so I'll have one of this be one side. I'll cut this a little shorter. Okay, so I have two strips of this paper. So I'm going to take my glue. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this around and glue it. So you want just enough of the teeth to this paper, the squiggly side, to stick out. So when you turn it around, it kind of looks like teeth. Okay? And we're going to do the same with the other piece. Okay, you don't need a lot of glue to glue this down. Okay. So then your teeth should look like this. Okay? So moving on, I'm going to do my googly eyes now. So it might be a little big, but that's okay. We can have them stick out just a little bit. Okay, and they can be all crazy. You don't have to put them side by side if you don't want to. So I'm just going to make them look a little crazy. Okay, so there's our eyes on our alligator. So next you're going to take the pipe cleaner and you're just going to add enough so that it's sticking out like an arm. And then you're just going to push it down so it sticks down like this. Then we're going to just go ahead and just twist it all around. And then you want enough to stick out. For our little back leg. Take this like that. Okay, and then you can just cut the excess off right here too. So then we're going to take our another piece And you're just going to put it on the opposite side and just wrap around as well. Do the same thing, just on the other side. Okay. And there you go. There's your alligator. So we got the eyes, we got the teeth, the nose, and we got the legs as well. Alright, and that's your alligator craft. Hope you guys enjoy.